Hey everyone, here's our iteration release video for the conversion team on Digital Experience for February 9th. I'm going to hand it over to Jess and kind of share screens and go around the room.
Thank you. I'll share my screen real quick. Okay, so I think there's only a couple things I've finished this sprint that I can show. There's a lot of things that are work in progress. The first one though is on the blog page, there was a lot of feedback around this. It just used to just say all, now it says all blogs, which is kind of like an archive of everything. People were missing it with the redesign. So just kind of flipped these two sections around so it's a bit higher on the page, above the fold, so to speak. And just added a couple little other tweaks just to make this a bit easier to see. So we'll just keep an eye on that change. I also have something for slippers, which is this header on an accordion. So currently, if you were to go to our accordion, let's say on the pricing page, which is a very long one, there's like a view more button, but you don't really know what's underneath. So adding this kind of header, we can scroll through and really jump down to whichever or up to whichever section you want. So that's a work of going over slippers right now. And then lastly, I also re-audited our free trial flow, which is part of the product team. It's one of those kind of crossover things, but we work with the product team on it. And found a few things that are still issues, like error states kind of being inconsistent, and just a few other things. I won't go through the whole thing, but we've been talking with the team there to get those fixed. And that's it for me. I'll pass it to Megan.
Yeah, in this iteration, I was on PTO for a few days, but some of the bigger items, bug fixes wise, I made an MR to fix on the customers page. We had like some drop downs and they're weirdly oblong, so I fixed those. We're having some video analytics issues on the software faster page, and that's fixed. And then a bug came in via Slack yesterday for the continuous integration solutions page where the YouTube videos weren't rendering, so that is fixed. On the updates wise, I can share my screen. I guess that one. We added a form test to the calculator page, and then removed it. We're just going to go with this optional form at the bottom of the results page. And then on the pricing template pages, there's the premium and the ultimate, like why premium, why ultimate. On the other section, turns out those are rendering like 300, 500 entries, depending on what page you're on, which I did not realize until this moment. So we have a kind of an experience update where now it only renders a few, and then there's a load more button and it renders more. So I think that makes it a lot better. Especially what Jess pointed out, like on mobile, you're just scrolling for days. So not anymore. Yeah, that's all I worked on. I'll pass it off to Tammy.
Hi. So this iteration, there were a lot of blog issues that were solved, like deleting some out-of-date templates and small layout issues. There are also two bigger issues, one related to recent posts, showing the showing order of the recent posts, and the other is about adding 4 new categories. Both are almost ready. I'm just waiting for some review. But in this case, not only Megan's review, because I also need to wait for Sandra's review related to the contents of the blog. And yeah, that's it. Sorry, there's Alvis left. Sorry, Alvis. Usually you are before me. Yeah.
Yes, there is no problem. Okay. Yeah. Well, this spring I worked on iteration for the tool component. Now it has a sugar syntax for the value that can communicate to its parent. So the parent can manage the state of the toggle and receive the value if a person clicks on them. Also, I help in some blog issues, and I made the update that just showed before, the swap of the order or some blog sections, like the newsletters and the search categories. This one is on the last step on review. I hope we can send to production in a few moments. And about the grid system iteration, right now it's on review. We need to be sure that don't break any part of the wall site, because as being a main platform, the wall site, we need to ensure that these changes don't break anything, because it's used in all the site. And that's it. I'm done.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.